my experience of derby matches is they live their own life. You think you've done well and you go in, and on the day it's just gonna be a different story. So the game is a massive game. I think it's the showpiece probably of South African football. I hope that we can put on a game that's worthy of that, refereed properly and crowd behaving properly, and show a face of South African football that we can be proud of. I think it's important we have that responsibility, so it's important that we do our best. Sometimes the games can be fierce and that's part and parcel, but I think the overriding feeling that I've got is I hope that both teams can do the derby proud, and that we can show the face of South African football that we want to show.
Form doesn't really count too much when you get to a derby. The derbies I've seen and I've experienced are definitely about the day itself, and our people just rise to the occasion, and it's a massive. It's not just a 3-point game. I realise that it's a lot more than that. But I agree with Stuart as well, that I just hope that we put up a good performance, and I think both teams play good attacking football. They have played nice and exciting games, and I see it as a very open match. Both sides having a go at each other, playing the football we've been playing in the last couple of matches. It will be very open, I'm sure. From our side, our game's a little bit close to the derby, and we played away in Cape Town, so there are difficulties, in saving a few players and preparing properly. So we'll be at full force on Saturday, and hopefully we'll have enough time to recover and put up a good performance. It is my first derby. I have played in a couple of Swallows Pirates derbies and those type of games with big crowds as well. And my memory of that is once the game kicks off, it's all forgotten and you're totally focused on the job at hand. So it does hit you a bit when you arrive. Obviously, it's intimidating, I'm sure, and it's enjoyable as well, because that's what we do, that's what we love. We want to perform and coach and play in front of those type of crowds, and that's what motivates us, really. So I'm looking forward to it, and prepared pretty well. And one thing for sure is that myself and the technical staff and the players will give it our best shot.
We played on the pitch, I think it was just after the South Africa Zambia game. The one penalty area, final third in the left-hand side was badly damaged. But surprisingly, I thought that the players of both teams handled it quite well. I'm hoping it's not worse than that. That could affect the quality of the play, but. Whatever pitch we presented with, it's the challenge for everybody to get on and put on a performance. There's no point us sitting complaining about the pitch now. We'll get the pitch that we get, and so whatever the pitch is, we have to adapt to it and play. And that's how I'm going to approach it. I'm not going to try to waste energy on something I can't control.
We've obviously been watching Chiefs, and we've seen how well they've been doing. They've been playing pretty exciting football. There's no doubt about it. Nice, attractive, forward, direct. A lot of goals. So they've set the pace, there's no doubt about it. I joined the team 3 games into the season, and we had a little bit of catching up to do, but I think we've done pretty well. And we've got our own strengths as well, and we are aware of the Chiefs' strengths and what they are able to do, but we've got to focus on what we can do and do it the best we can, and then let's compete. I think if they don't have the ball, they can't do it. So it's going to be a cat and mouse. I think for the first time in a long time, I think the teams are pretty evenly matched, and it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to that.
You've got to find a balance between how much you adjust the way you play to your opponent and how much you concentrate on making sure that you can execute your own game plan. I think that's in big games. It's very important that you don't lose track. You don't lose track of what you can do. You may tweak it a little bit, and you know that Pirates have got a good side. They've got a good coach. They've got good momentum going into the game. So anybody that expects anything less than a really, really tough game is deluding themselves. So we're going to try and find a game plan that we can tweak a little bit, but again we have to try and execute what we can do well, and that's the key, I think, for all big games, finding that balance.
The game against Platinum Stars, it was more of a wake-up call, because we lost that game, but we never thought that we wouldn't bounce back, but we bounced back in a fashionable win against the Ajax Cape Town, which we prepared well for. And again, for the past 2 weeks, people have been talking about the derby, forgetting that we have other games ahead of the derby. But we managed to put that aside and focus on the 2 games that we played. And now this is the right time to talk and to focus on the derby. again, we as players, we all know our responsibilities is to go out there and entertain the fans. And I just hope that the fans will come out and enjoy the beautiful football that we'll be displaying on the day.